everyone, how are you today? I hope you are all in great condition and ready to learn. Before we start today's lesson, let us pray together according to our own belief. Right, Jens. Right, Jens. Okay, thank you. Now I will check your attendance. Please say present when I call your name. Okay, thank you everyone. And English is not only about grammar and vocabulary. It is also about telling stories and sharing experience. Today you will learn how to tell your own experience in English. Okay, today we are going to learn about three contexts. At the end of the lesson, you are expected to understand the context and create a simple context to a project. Before we continue, let's do a short icebreaking. Please think about one interesting experience you had. It can be a happy moment, a funny moment, or even a sad one. Now, try to tell the experience in one sentence. It's okay if it's still in Indonesian. Great! This activity helps us prepare to learn about three contexts. Okay everyone, now I will play a short video about recontext. Please watch the video carefully and pay attention to the explanation.
Hello friend, long time no see. Welcome back to Gia Academy YouTube channel. How is your day? Your day is fun, isn't it? Have you ever visited to museum? There are sculpture and heroes picture, and then you can read the story and get information about the past event. Do you know to tell past event we can use recount text? So, in this video, we will learn recount text. What is recount text? Recount text is a text that retells a story, an experience, or an event that happened in the past. Jadi, teks recount adalah teks yang menceritakan kembali cerita, pengalaman, atau kejadian yang telah terjadi di masa lampau. Recount text is divided into three. First, biography, menceritakan tentang riwayat hidup seorang tokoh. Second, historical recount, menceritakan peristiwa bersejarah yang terjadi pada masa lalu. And the last one, experience, menceritakan pengalaman pribadi penulis. The function of recount text are to tell experiences in which the writer was personally involved, untuk menceritakan pengalaman yang dialami langsung oleh penulis. To inform the readers by telling past events historically and achievements in a person's life, untuk memberikan informasi kepada pembaca tentang peristiwa penting yang pernah terjadi di masa lalu dan menceritakan pencapaian yang diraih seseorang dalam hidupnya. And to chronicle past event regarded as historically significant, untuk mengurutkan waktu kejadian di masa lampau. And then, example of recount text, biografi Jenderal Sudirman. There are three generic structure of recount text. First, orientation tells who is involved in the story, when, where, and why the story happened. Pada bagian orientation menjelaskan tentang siapa yang terlibat dalam cerita, kapan, di mana, dan mengapa peristiwa tersebut terjadi. Second, series of events tells what happened in the story. Yang kedua, series of events menjelaskan apa yang terjadi di dalam cerita. And the last one, reorientation, optional, tells the conclusion of the story. Terakhir, bagian reorientation, yang menceritakan simpulan dari cerita. Bagian ini merupakan opsional atau pilihan, bisa ada atau tidak di dalam teks recount. Mari kita lihat penerapannya pada contoh teks berikut. Paragraf pertama menceritakan tentang sosok Jenderal Sudirman sebagai pahlawan militer. Bagian ini disebut orientation. Paragraf selanjutnya membahas tentang perjalanan hidup Jenderal Sudirman. Bagian ini merupakan series of event. And then language features of recon text. First, introducing personal participant, for example, I, my group, etc. Second, using chronological connection like then, first. Third, using linking verb, for instance, was and were. Fourth, using action verbs such as sent, tough. And the last one, using simple past tense, for example, forgot, imagined. Let's see example of recount text. Introducing personal participant, linking verb, action verb, and simple past tense. To get understanding, let's discuss this exercise. Look at this recount text for question number 1 until 3. Question number 1. Charles Darwin's theory of evolution believed that A. People could defend themselves naturally. B. Environment affected natural selection. C. Organism needed adaptation to survive. D. People and nature supported to each other. E. Natural selection tend to adapt organism to survive. Soal ini menanyakan tentang teori evolusi oleh Charles Darwin. Untuk menjawabnya, kita bisa cocokkan kalimat soal dengan teks sebelumnya dan bisa kita temukan pada paragraf terakhir. This revolutionary theory was published in 1859 in Darwin's now famous On the Origin of Species by Means of Natural Selection. Jadi, jawaban yang benar adalah B. Question number 2. How was Darwin's theory of natural selection developed? A. Adapted by the necessary for survival. B. Influenced by his collection. C. Supported the effect of environment. D. Influenced by John Henslow. E. Affected by groups of organisms. Soal ini menanyakan bagaimana teori seleksi alam dikembangkan. Bisa kita lihat pada paragraf kedua teks. Sesuai dengan kalimat soal, natural selection tends to promote adaptation in organisms when necessary for survival. So, the best answer is A. The next question, the famous Darwin's theory was published based on A. Theories developed by other scientists. B. The influence of organism adaptation in survival living. C. The success of his observations supported by geologists and naturalists. D. His expedition and natural observation data as scientist. E. The observation of other geologists natural selection. Soal ini menanyakan informasi tersirat pada teks, yaitu penyebab teori Darwin menjadi terkenal. Kita bisa tentukan kata kunci soal yaitu famous di dalam teks. Kata famous terdapat pada kalimat penutup paragraf terakhir yang merujuk pada kalimat sebelumnya. Natural selection tends to promote adaptation in organism when necessary for survival. Jadi, jawaban yang benar adalah B. Look at this recon text for the next question. Question number 4. In which organization did Otto struggle for equality in working areas? A. BPUPKI. B. Budi Utomo. C. People Council. D. Cahaya Newspaper. E. Paguyuban Pasundan. Soal ini meminta kita menentukan informasi umum yang ada pada teks, yaitu nama organisasi yang menaungi Otto dalam memperjuangkan kesetaraan sosial di masyarakat. Organisasi tersebut adalah Budi Utomo. So, the correct answer is B. The next question, born on March 31, 1897 and disappeared on December 19, 1945. This sentence implies that A. Otto passed away on December 19, 1945. B. Otto was considered dead before December 19, 1945. C. The whereabouts of Otto was unknown since December 1945. D. No one knew the condition of Otto before December 19, 1945. E. Otto stopped being active in organization activities since December 19, 1945. Soal ini menanyakan kalimat dengan arti yang sama dengan kalimat pada soal. Otto lahir pada tanggal 31 Maret 1897 dan menghilang pada tanggal 19 Desember 1945. Untuk menjawabnya, kita bisa cocokkan dengan pilihan jawaban yang ada. Pilihan A menyatakan Otto wafat pada tanggal 19 Desember 1945. B. Otto dianggap wafat sebelum tanggal 19 Desember 1945. Pilihan C. Keberadaan Otto tidak diketahui sejak Desember 1945. D. Tidak ada yang tahu kondisi Otto sebelum 19 Desember 1945. Dan pilihan E. Otto tidak aktif lagi dalam kegiatan organisasi sejak 19 Desember 1945. Jadi, jawaban yang sesuai adalah C. Question number 6. From the text, we know that A. Otto took part in rising Indonesian independence. B. During the Japanese occupation, Otto worked for Budi Utomo. C. Otto's nickname is used as the name of a government building. D. One of Otto's nicknames was taken from a legendary mammal. E. Otto helped spread the news of independence through Cahaya newspaper. Soal ini meminta kita mencocokkan pilihan jawaban dengan isi teks. Pilihan A, Otto terlibat dalam mewujudkan kemerdekaan Indonesia. Kita lihat pernyataan tersebut dalam teks. Paragraf keempat menyatakan bahwa Otto membantu persiapan kemerdekaan Indonesia melalui organisasi BPUPKI dan PPKI. Berarti pilihan jawaban A benar. The last question, the organization was engaged in education. What is the synonym of the underlined word? A. Dealt. B. Related. C. Involved. D. Aspired. E. Centered. Soal ini menanyakan persamaan kata dari engage yang artinya ikut serta. Kita lihat pilihan jawabannya. Dealt ditangani, related terkait, involved terlibat, aspired diinginkan, centered dipusatkan. Maka jawaban yang tepat adalah C, involved. Nah, sampai di sini teman-teman bisa paham ya? Okay, that's all my explanation about recontext. Stay healthy and see you in the next video. Have a nice day!
After watching the video, let me ask you some question. What is the context? Use your hand. Yes, the context is a text that tells us about past experience. And what is the purpose of the context? Good. The purpose is to retell events that happened in the past. Now let me explain it again. Context has three parts. First, orientation. It tells us who, where, and when. Second, events. It tells us what happened in sequence. Third, reorientation. It tells us the causing or feeling. Recount text use past tense, for example, went, played, and visit. It also uses time connectives such as then and after that. Do you understand so far? Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Now we will continue with our project. Your project is to create a short context based on your personal experience. You may choose any topic you like. Write your context using the correct structure. Use past tense correctly.
Wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how are you today? Hari ini kita akan belajar tentang latihan soal recount text bahasa Inggris dalam bentuk pilihan ganda atau multiple choices. Oke, recount text ini biasanya berbentuk teks yang menceritakan sebuah pengalaman dalam bahasa Inggris. Oke, teman-teman pasti sudah paham lah tentang apa itu recount text. Oke, apa saja yang ada dalam video ini? The first ada contoh dan latihan soalnya, and the second we have a discussion atau pembahasannya. The third we have the answers atau jawabannya, dan yang keempat kita punya tips mengerjakan bagaimana kita bisa tahu atau langkah-langkah mudah untuk mengerjakan di konteks dalam bahasa Inggris. Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Pray first before study. Exercise number 1. Oke, jadi di sini kita punya satu teks itu untuk menjawab 5 pertanyaan. Oke ya. Number 1, kita baca dulu teksnya. My holiday. Last Sunday morning, my family and I went to the beach. The name of the beach was Cetis Beach. When we got to the beach, we went to the shop to buy some foods and drinks. After getting what we wanted, we continued to explore the beach and played sand. My brothers played and swam in the beach happily, but my sister just took photos in the beach while laughing cheerfully. After we were contented playing and swimming in the beach, we took rest and ready to have lunch. My family and I ordered mendoan and pecel. The food was so delicious. Not only that, we ordered young coconuts that so fresh. Then we decided to go home because it was getting hot in the beach. When we returned home, we were tired but happy because we had so much fun. Nah, kita artikan bersama-sama terlebih dahulu karena ini sebuah latihan, jadi tidak apa-apa kita latihan untuk mengartikan. Jadi last Sunday morning, my family and I went to the beach. Minggu pagi, keluargaku dan aku pergi ke pantai. The name of the beach was Cetis Beach. Namanya adalah Pantai Cetis. When we got to the beach, ketika kita sampai di pantai, we went to the shop to buy some foods and drinks. Kita pergi ke toko atau warung gitu ya untuk membeli makanan dan minuman. After getting what we wanted, setelah kita mendapatkan apa yang kita inginkan, we continue to explore the beach and play the sand. Kita lanjutkan untuk explore pantai atau berkeliling di pantai dan juga bermain pasir. My brothers played and swam in the beach happily. Saudara laki-lakiku berenang di pantai dengan senang. But my sister just took photos in the beach while laughing cheerfully. Tetapi saudara perempuanku hanya foto-foto sambil tertawa bahagia. After we were contented playing and swimming in the beach, setelah kita merasa puas bermain dan berenang di pantai, we took rest and ready to have lunch. Kita istirahat dan bersiap untuk makan siang. My family and I ordered mendoan and pecel. Keluargaku dan aku memesan mendoan dan pecel. The food was so delicious. Makanannya sangat enak. Not only that, we ordered young coconuts that so fresh. Tidak hanya itu, kita juga memesan kelapa muda yang sangat segar. Then we decided to go home because it was getting hot in the beach. Kemudian kita memutuskan untuk pulang karena sudah mulai panas nih di pantai. When we returned home, we were tired but happy because we had so much fun. Ketika kita pulang, kita merasa lelah, tetapi kita bahagia karena kita sudah bersenang-senang. Oke, itu ya. Oke, the question number 1. When did the writer have a holiday? A. Last Sunday afternoon. B. Yesterday morning. C. Last Monday morning. D. Last Sunday morning. Pertanyaan adalah, when did the writer have a holiday? When, kapan, did the writer have a holiday? Liburan, ya. Kita jawabannya itu kapan, liburnya kapan, maka situ ada waktunya. Last Sunday morning, my family and I went to the beach. Maka jawabannya adalah last Sunday afternoon, no. Yesterday morning, no. Last Monday morning, no. Last Sunday morning, yes, karena situ ada waktunya itu ya. Last Sunday morning. So the best answer is D. Oke, paham ya? Kita pahami soalnya dulu, baru kita menuju ke teksnya. Kita mencari kata kuncinya terlebih dahulu, itu kapan. Oke, exercise number 2. Oke, sama ya untuk teksnya. Who just took photos in the beach? A. The writer's brothers. The writer's sister. C. The writer's family. D. The writer. Oke, who just took photos in the beach? Who itu siapa? Just took photos in the beach. Yang hanya foto-foto di pantai. Nah, keywordnya itu adalah took photos in the beach. Kita cari keywordnya dulu ya. Kita cari di teksnya. Itu ada took photos in the beach. Sebagai keywordnya, jawabannya adalah who. Berarti siapa jawabannya? Berarti my sister. Nah, my itu merujuk ke writersnya. Maka jawabannya adalah A. The writer's brothers, bukan. B. Skip dulu, kita ke C. The writer's family juga bukan. D. The writer juga bukan. And the best answer is B, because my sister jadinya adalah writer's sister, atau saudara perempuannya si penulis. Itu ya, sudah ada kata kunci di situ. Kayak mudah ya untuk mencari jawabannya. The best answer is B. Exercise number 3. Oke, masih sama untuk teksnya. The question is, what did the writer and the family do after getting contented playing and swimming in the beach? A. They went home. B. They explored the beach. C. They took a rest and ready to have lunch. D. They took photos. Oke, kita pahami dulu pertanyaannya dan cari kata kuncinya. What itu apa? Ini keywordnya. What did the writers and family do? Apa yang penulis dan keluarganya lakukan setelah merasa puas bermain dan berenang di pantai? Kita cari yang ada after getting contentednya. Well, ya. Sebagai keyword di teksnya itu ada after we were contented playing and swimming in the beach. Kita tahu kata kuncinya. Maka setelah itu apa? We took rest and ready to have lunch. Sebagai jawabannya. Kita cari yang seperti itu. Kalau yang A, they went home, no. B, they explored the beach, no. Oke, C, skip dulu. Kita yang D, they took photos, juga bukan. C, they took rest and ready to have lunch. Jadi ini jawabannya yang benar tadi itu ya. We took rest and ready to have lunch. Maka the best answer is C. Exercise number 4. Teksnya masih sama. Soalnya what did the writer and family feel after having holiday? A. They felt happy. B. They felt sad. C. They felt angry. D. They felt nothing. Kita pahami dulu untuk pertanyaannya. What itu apa? Dan kita cari keywordnya atau kata kuncinya. Feel after having holiday, yang penulis rasakan. Kita cari keywordnya. When we return home, we were tired but happy because we had so much fun. Itu sebagai kata kuncinya. Dan sebagai unsurnya adalah happy, but happy. Ya, walaupun situ ada tired, tapi mereka itu merasa senang. Maka jawabannya adalah yang B. They felt sad, no. C. They felt angry, no. D. They felt nothing, juga no. K. A. They felt happy. That is the best answer for exercise number 4. Mudah ya kalau kita tahu keywordnya di pertanyaannya dan kita cari di teksnya. We move to exercise number 5, the last exercise. Masih the same text. And then the question is, why did the writer decide to go home? A. Because it was so crowded. B. Because the writer was tired. C. Because the beach was dirty. D. Because it was getting hot in the beach. Oke, pertanyaan adalah mengapa, why. Kita cari keyword atau kata kuncinya. Decide to go home. Kita cari di teks. Nah, kita ketemu ya. Then we decided to go home because, jawabannya adalah it was getting hot in the beach. Kita cari di pilihan kanannya. A. Because it was so crowded, salah. Because the writer was tired, no. C. Because the beach was dirty, no. Because it was getting hot in the beach. It is the best answer, D. Oke, sangat mudah ya. Okay, here is the tips to do the recall text question in English for multiple choices question. Tips mengerjakan soal recount text bahasa Inggris dalam pilihan ganda. The first, baca dulu pertanyaannya, kemudian setelah paham pertanyaannya, barulah membaca teksnya dengan mencari poin penting saja yang ditanyakan. Jadi kita tidak perlu membaca teksnya dulu, kita bisa membaca soalnya dulu. Kalau udah paham, kita baru cari di teksnya untuk jawabannya. Number 2, kalau memungkinkan, pahami ide pokok untuk setiap paragraf karena kemungkinan ditanyakan. Jadi kita harus minimal tahu ide pokok dalam sebuah paragraf masing-masingnya, gitu ya. Atau inti dari masing-masing paragraf. Number 3, perhatikan dan pahami dari teks tersebut tentang who, siapa, when, kapan, where, di mana, why, mengapa, what, apa, dan how, bagaimana. Ini yang sering ditanyakan dalam sebuah teks, gitu ya. Number 4, konteks menggunakan verb to, jadi sebisa mungkin kita pahami verb 2-nya. Number 5, agar menghemat waktu, kita tidak perlu membaca keseluruhan teks secara detail. Kita bisa membaca teks tersebut dengan mencari poin pentingnya saja sesuai pertanyaannya. Ini biasanya karena terburu-buru oleh waktu, jadi kita tidak perlu membaca secara detail. Kecuali untuk latihan, kita boleh membaca secara detail. 6, perhatikan penggunaan pronoun atau kata ganti dan perujukannya. Misal, Doni kata gantinya itu he karena Doni itu laki-laki. Pantai kata gantinya adalah it karena itu merupakan benda ataupun tempat, dan sebagainya. Biasanya dalam teks ditanyakan kata it merujuk mengganti kata apa atau ke siapa, apakah Doni, pantai, ikan, atau apa. Nah, ini sesuai dengan teksnya. Number 7, carilah keywords atau kata kunci dari pertanyaannya, kemudian carilah keyword tersebut dalam teks untuk menemukan jawabannya. Ini yang paling ampuh untuk mencari jawaban di sebuah teks, gitu ya. Jadi silakan cari keywordnya di pertanyaan, baru cari keyword di teksnya dengan cara membaca, dan kita cari poin pentingnya. Semoga teman-teman sendiri paham, dan jika ada pertanyaan silakan tuliskan di kolom komen.
After that, you will present your context or record it as a short video. As your teacher, I will create you during the project. Okay, let's conclude today's lesson. Today we learned about free context and how to write it. You did a great job today. How do you feel after learning the context? Okay, for your assignment, please complete your context and submit in the next meeting. Before we close the lesson, let us pray together. Pray begins. Okay, thank you, friends. And thank you for your attention and see you in the next class. Okay, now let's practice together. I will give you a simple topic. The topic is my last holiday. First, let's write the orientation together. For example, last holiday, I went to my grandmother's house with my family. Next, let's continue with the events. First, we arrived in the morning, then we had lunch together. Okay, finally, let's write the reorientation. I felt very happy because I could spend time with my family. This is how we write. We, this is how we write a simple recount text. Okay, everyone. Before we end the lesson, let's do a short game. I will read a short story, and you guess what kind of text it. Yesterday, I woke up early. Then, I went to school and meet my friends. I felt happy that day. What kind of the text is it? Yes, it is a recount. Good job. Before we close the lesson, do you have any question, everyone? If you don't have any question, if you don't have question, it means you already understand the materials.